So even though last year New Balance has brought us the Rebel 4, which was a very interesting and very comfortable everyday pair of shoes, now in 2025 we just got the Rebel V5, which at least in my opinion doesn't look that good, at least in these available color combinations for now. Hello guys, and welcome back for a brand new review. If you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing and also giving me a like to really help out the channel. As I said earlier, in today's video we're gonna have a look at the latest version of the Fuelcell Rebel range coming from New Balance. So let's go ahead and start with the box, which as you can see will come in one of the regular ones in this red color, which will just have this New Balance logo and the lettering here on top of the lid. So let's just go ahead and take them out. So in today's video guys, we're gonna have a look at one colorway available out of 5 or 6 already, and this one will be for the New Balance Fuelcell Rebel 5. So I need to admit that as the Rebel 4, which dropped last year, when you have the box in your hand, you feel that inside you have nothing. So this one is still quite a lightweight pair of shoes, which dropped around 2 or 3 weeks ago worldwide for the same retail price as the last year's release, which will be 140 pounds or 140 US dollars or even euros. So this one is already available in few color combinations. To be honest, it's actually available everywhere. I think just in the first week this one you couldn't find it everywhere. Nevertheless, this one is available right now. So yeah, straight out of the box guys, at least comparing with the last year's version, I feel that this one it's not as good looking. We have a few changes, of course. The material for this upper, which will be this very breathable mesh, seems that it's unchanged. We're gonna have some few changes here in the midfoot for the New Balance logo. The tongue, it's a bit different. We're also gonna have some extra padding, but very noticeable straight out of the box guys is that this one has a higher stack for the midsole. I've noticed that straight away, at least for the back part, which doesn't feel that it's sunk down as the Rebel 4, but in my opinion this one doesn't look as good as the last year's version. So yeah, in case you want to go for this one guys, you know what you have to do. Just follow the link in the description down below. So with that being said, let's go ahead and also do a small breakdown of this latest release for the Rebel range. So as you can see, for this upper we're gonna have as the last year's version the same mesh material, which will also contain a lot of plastic material, which is also see-through. So this one I would say that it's quite breathable, at least for the front part. So this mesh will be present for the full length. Of course, at the front of the toe section we're also gonna have some reinforcements as well. And of course, on top of this mesh guys, you're gonna have some overlays. One of it will be this New Balance logo, which this time it's gonna be different compared with the 2024 release. So this one will be a rubberized material, which on top will also have some reflective material, and this one will come in the same material and size on both medial and lateral side. And we're also gonna have some fused material here at the back, which will also have the Phantom Fit lettering on the medial side and also the NB Rebel on the lateral side, which will also have these white lines which are slightly reflective. Then for the actual lacing system, we're gonna have these punch out holes, which will also have this rubberized material reinforcements on top. We're also gonna have some reflective material here at the bottom of the laces. So for the actual laces, we're gonna have these blue flat ones, which will be the same as the last year's version. And underneath these laces, guys, we're gonna have this time a different material for the tongue, which will be the same mesh material. But comparing with the 2024 release, this one doesn't have any perforation holes for a better breathability, which in my opinion was needed. And also at the top it will use a different material, which will be this black neoprene, which on top will also have this New Balance Fuelcell Rebel lettering. So going inside of the shoe, guys, as you can see, for the back part of the tongue, we're also gonna have the New Balance running lettering. Underneath, we're also gonna have the same lining, which will also be used at the back of the shoe, which comparing with the last year's version will have some slightly more padding. And also another improvement is that we're gonna have some extra material, which will come in this black color with this neoprene material, which will act as a small pull tab, which for 2024 we didn't have it. So I would say that this one is a good improvement. Also at the bottom, we're gonna have this foam insole, which will be a Durapontex one, which was used also in the 2024 release. This one also have a lot of perforation holes. We're also gonna have an arch support as well. And as expected, here at the heel section, we're gonna have this New Balance logo and the fuel cell lettering. So now, guys, we can go to this fuel cell foam midsole, which is actually this time a blend of PIBA and EVA foam. So this one is coming in a white and blue color. It will also have roughly the same design as the last year's version, but it's gonna be changed. We're still gonna have this angular design, but in my opinion, the 2024 release was looking better. As I said earlier, this one increased in height with around 5 to 6 millimeters from front to the back. So most definitely this one feels a bit more comfortable underfoot, but it's not gonna be a big difference comparing with last year's release. This one looks interesting. We won't have the same design here at the back. This one feels a bit more bulkier, and it will have this New Balance logo. So now, guys, we can finish with this rubber outsole in this black color, which again changed completely in the design comparing with last year's version, where it's gonna cover a bit more the foam here at the front. In the midfoot, we're still gonna have the same foam exposed a lot, which most definitely would get pierced quite easily. Then we're also gonna have these pads here on each side of the heel section. One thing which I will need to add is that this one, it's gonna be a bit more thicker, so I guess that's why this one is a bit more heavier as well. As in for the actual sizing, guys, for me, as I have skinny feet, for this one I just went to my true to size, and this one fits me just fine. And I would say that it's gonna be roughly the same for people with normal feet, but just in case you have wide feet, it's either you can go with a half size down for this normal fitment, or maybe you just wait for the wider fitment, which is due to release soon, and I guess for that one you can just go with your true to size. So overall, guys, this latest release coming from New Balance for this Fuel Cell Rebel 5, in my opinion, it's still bringing roughly the same materials as the last year's release, but this one will have some different design elements. So for the upper, we're still gonna have the same breathable mesh, which was good for last year and this year as well. We're gonna have this New Balance logo redesign, which, to be honest, I kind of like the one from last year. But then we're also gonna have some nice improvements, which one of it will be the extra padded tongue. Then we're also gonna have some extra padding inside, which will keep your heel better, and this slightly extra long pull tab, which again will help when putting the shoes on. And of course this extra stack of midsole, which for sure feels a bit nicer on foot, but to be honest, it doesn't feel that different comparing with the 2024 release. So yeah, overall I would say that this one is still quite a good option on the market, but I really like the 2024 release better. Or even the colorways are looking nice for last year's release. This one feels actually a bit dull. Of course, if you don't care too much about the color combination, this one is still quite good. But as I said earlier, this one also increased slightly in the weight because of that thicker rubber outsole. But rather than that, I would say that this one is still quite a good option on the market, guys, which in case you want to go for it, you just need to follow the link in the description down below. So yeah, guys, this was my unboxing and reviewing of this brand new release coming from New Balance for this Fuel Cell Rebel V5. I really hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you did, don't forget to press the like button, maybe also subscribe to the channel. Of course, if you want to have a look at any of my latest reviews, you can choose from any of the videos which you have now on the screen. And as always, I will see you in my next one. Thanks for watching!